GM 6.6-liter Duramax Fuel Coolant Pump Relocation Kit Installation Guide. Before starting the installation, disconnect the negatives on both batteries. Step 1. Loosen and remove the factory filter. Plug off the filter housing to stop the oil dripping. Step 2. Disconnect the electrical connector from the coolant pump. Step 3. Loosen the 2 bolts securing the pump bracket to the frame rail and the 1 bolt securing the pump to the bracket. Retain all 3 bolts for later use. Step 4. Separate and remove the bracket from the pump. Step 5. Using pliers, disengage the OEM spring clamps on the pump side of the 2 coolant hoses. Then disconnect both hoses. Use a clean bucket or drain pan to catch any coolant from the hoses and pump. Then remove the pump. Step 6. Disengage the 2 spring clamps remaining and remove both coolant hoses. Step 7. Attach the coolant pump to the PPE bracket by securing the rubber isolator with the bolt from Step 3 and the provided nut. Step 8. Install the pump and PPE bracket assembly to the frame rail using the 2 bracket-to-frame bolts removed in Step 3. Step 9. Connect the Z-hose between the lower pump and upper coolant tube with 2 hose clamps. Connect the L hose between the upper pump and lower coolant tube with the remaining 2 clamps. Step 10. Plug in the harness extension, connecting both ends to their respective connectors. Step 11. Use the cable tie to secure the harness to the frame. Push the tree part of the cable tie into the hole in the frame. Step 12. Apply a thin layer of oil to the PPE filter gasket and screw the filter onto the housing. Once the gasket makes contact with the housing, tighten it 3/4 of a turn to ensure a proper seal. Step 13. Top off engine oil and refill the small reservoir with the coolant. If the captured coolant is clean and free of debris, it can be reused during the refill. Refill the system with the saved coolant and top off as needed. Step 14. If you have a scan tool, activate the coolant pump manually to help bleed the system. If you don't have a scan tool, drive the truck until the fuel temperature comes up and the coolant pump turns on. Once the pump cycles, the system will self-bleed. Recheck the coolant level and top off as needed. Installation complete.